So before you were filming for UFC, right? How did you get into this?
I got in the Nevada Film Commission and just put my name in there, worked from a PA all the way to coordinating to, you name it, audio, camera. I showed up on my first camera shoot and I looked at the guy and go, I don't know how to do this. So I just went with it. And I ended up helping them out, and now the rest is history. So a lot of hard work for like 10, 15 years of just independent work, just trying to make a living.
I have a question. So how do you guys protect yourself from the energies? Because when you run into the spirit energies and it's the negative stuff, you like sage yourself all the time. Like, what do you guys do?
Yeah, each of us are different.
Yeah. I do not. I walk out and I kind of say, if you want to follow me home, follow me home. I've done that pretty much since season 3. And I tried protection once and it just got worse for me. So I was like, you know what, if I'm gonna keep doing this, just go with it, be part of the experiment. So since then, I've never done anything. I just walk out and go home.
And for me, like you, Palo Santo, and as a sage and just prayer, stuff like that. It's not every single episode, but certain locations that we go to, you just feel it. You can feel that something's with you, that or maybe your mood's not right, or you're sad, or whatever. So I'll clear myself immediately.
Yeah, I don't do any particular cleansing either, but I do try to immerse myself in positivity, like doing stuff you like, and I suggest that for anybody, like going out in the nature, go for a hike. I like to play music and play my dogs, just finding those things that make you happy and are positive. I think kind of brings me back and grounds my energy.
Do you each have a favorite piece of equipment that you like to use to find out what the ghosts are, the things that you can recommend?
I would say my body, and then the gear confirms it. But if you're talking gear, I just love the spirit ones. Like I can hear it and get a lot of evidence. It's like kind of like I should always just have it on me.
It changes for me because we get so much new tech and stuff. But lately, I mean, past 5 years, probably the SLS camera is pretty incredible. And we keep trying to debunk it. Like there's no way it's gonna. We've been able to walk through an entire house and nothing forms, and then all of a sudden, boom, just this figure pops up. So it's fascinating. I would say SLS for me.
Yeah, I think like both you guys nailed it. I think it starts with your own body. Once you kind of feel it, and kind of when you bring out equipment to basically verify what you're going through. And the SLS, the stuff I've seen on there has been mind blowing. And then not only do you see it, it happens, but then you can intelligently interact with it too. Like we've had stuff when we wave and it waves back.
Yeah.
Or we say, hey, can you walk over here? And you see it move over and things like that.
Like the band.
Right.
And the
Oh,
jail.
yeah, the
that
band
was
with the jail
amazing.
and
When
the-
they were like, bow for us, and a bow.
Yeah,
Or
we
the
started
band was
clapping
doing
and
like,
they
and the
bowed.
whole team was looking
And it was
playing
like
guitar.
5 figures that
Yeah.
all on stage. They just all appeared.
That was awesome.
It was really incredible.
Aaron, what's the scariest place you got put in by yourself?
Every time I walk in my house, like legit, that's the scariest place I've ever been. Second, well, Zach's museum. I gotta say, that museum is probably one of the most scariest things because he has everything there that's cursed in like history. So like trying to go in there, I try not to go in all the time, but when I have to, I'm like,
It's
there's
like
a whole 2 weeks of just bad time when I leave. So
It's like 13 Ghosts. He has like containment chambers.
oh yeah,
It's,
oh legit. If you haven't been there, go there. It is just unreal. It's crazy.
You guys talked about doing the 4-part miniseries about the serial killers, and one of them is going to be H.H. Holmes. I was seeing if what your plans are for that episode, and who else you guys would want to look into as far as serial killers.
The H.H. Holmes, I mean, obviously the most famous is the hotel, the murder hotel that he had, but unfortunately it's not there anymore. I think there's a bit of a post office left, and we actually looked into it, but it's a post office.
yeah.
But we found it's actually not as known, but it is historically accurate. He actually rented a home in Joliet, Illinois, and murdered a boy there. There's actual historically that this happened, so we focused on that part of
In his room, he put his
And-
remains on the stovepipe and everything.
Right, exactly.
Oh, and it was, at first we're like, oh, and then it just happened. It was almost like, I don't know if we said something to piss it or upset it or anything. I don't know. It just was the most scariest, terrifying moment for me. One of them.
Yeah.
There's been a lot in the news about the Conjuring House, that the owners were having issues with it. So is that one of the reasons you're going to check it out?
And we're the first to get in there in a long time. And to be honest, like,
Something
Y'all seen the
always
movie,
Yeah.
so I'm like, oh man, like.
It's scary, but it's also so iconic. It's kind of an honor to be able to have this opportunity.
Yeah, to pick up words
But
as
there-
Lorraine left off.
Yeah, but there is a fear of being in that place, especially with us and how we react with ghosts and ghosts react with us. So like, is this gonna follow us? Like, this could be a life-changing moment, which good or probably bad.
Not only
But,
that,
yeah.
but we're gonna, one of our interviews is one of the daughters
Yeah.
that's in the movie. Parents? I can't remember her name, but anyway, yeah, she's agreed to talk to us and actually tell her true story.
So if we're live next couple months, you know, it went okay, like we're safe, or you'll know.
How do you overcome some of the challenges when you're on a location shoot and nothing's working right?
That happens all the time.
That's why I'm asking, right?
Yeah, like gear and all that. It's
Yeah,
frustrating.
or
frustrated.
no, you know, nothing's really cooking. You're not getting footage that you're making an entertaining show.
Well, it's
You
got
need
to the
footage.
point now where we just walk in and the spirits know and it starts talking.
It's gotta
I'm
be.
serious. Like
Yeah.
we pull stuff out.
Live.
It's instant now. Like if you see now in like during interviews and stuff, like we're getting all this evidence. It's just unreal. It's like the longer we've been doing it, it seems to just now the spirit.
So they know you're coming, is what you're basically
Yeah.
saying.
I
have
think
a lot
that
of
we've had
proof of that,
locations
too.
that tell us that, oh, as soon as we started contacting you guys, we started talking about we were going to go there, then activities started happening.
Strange things started
things
happening.
Like that. But the thing is, too, you got to think, we filmed for 3 days. We have hours and hours of footage, and we investigate all night. And what you see is basically like the highlight reel of it. So there is time where we're literally kind of like, all right.
Yeah.
I review
Yeah,
all the
which-
footage, and when I get home from an investigation, like we just did an investigation this week in Pasadena, when I get home, there's 40 hours of footage that I have to go through, find all the highlights, and then I take that to Zach, and show him this is what we've got, and then that's what the episodes are always made of, is from the evidence. Why would we waste time on anything
It's
else?
like
So-
fishing, sometimes it bites right away and you get tons of stuff, and other times you have to wait a little longer and try different bait, try different things.
I think specifically because we've been doing this so long, every other week, that you get attuned to it, and I mean we do open ourselves up, and so
We're on their vibration.
I just feel like spirits are like, these guys will definitely hear me if I want to tell them something, So
There's a question in the back there,
Hi, for the average person who wants to experience paranormal activity, where would you recommend they go?
I mean, you open up that door and it can change everything. Like in Ghost, the movie Ghost, Patrick Swayze, like they may not leave you alone after that. So like, if you're willing to do it, go to some spots that have incredible history that you're allowed to go to, because you can't sneak into places. You shouldn't do that. You get in trouble. There's no point in doing that. But you can call them up and get permission. But it just has, like, if you're from, whatever you're from, that area should have something that's dark or spooky, Just make sure you find out the history of it before you just go into it like that.
and get permission.
Yeah, get permission.
Speaking of permission, has there been anywhere that you've wanted to investigate that you can't get permission to?
I want to investigate the White House, but I don't think that's going to
Honestly, I want to investigate Disneyland and the Haunted Museum Mansion there. That's like my goal, but it probably will never happen. But yeah, and in Egyptian tombs, I'd like to go
Yeah,
there.
that would be cool.
What's the process in terms of y'all kind of going about getting equipment, like what you actually need versus what you don't need for a particular?
A lot of it's given, like,
We don't really plan ahead so much. Like, honestly, everything, once we get there, it's alive, in a sense, a live investigation. We're not, we know, we have a few interviews, some people that we're going to talk to, but that's about it. And everything else, we just go on the fly. And we travel with everything. So we literally, TSA must hate us. We have probably about
They're like 40
plus
cases they destroyed from it. You were saying
sometimes,
malfunctions.
and so that's because every location's different. So we bring it all, and sometimes we use a little bit, sometimes we use all of it. Kind of
Different locations
Yeah.
require different
And
equipment.
if we're not getting something, we put it down, try something else. Sometimes that does get frustrating.
It is like
nothing's
fishing.
working, and all of a sudden you put it down, door slammed, no one's rolling, and then you get the gear out and it's game time. It's like, damn it! That happens when we're not rolling a lot.
So, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay. So what do you guys attribute the longevity of the show to? Because I mean,
Everyone is
there's
so
been so
intrigued
many
by what's
people
happening.
who've tried
Chemistry. I
Yeah.
think chemistry. We're all, the four of us are very different.
Yeah, and it all happened by accident. None of us really knew each other. Like, I just helped them out, and all of a sudden was part, like, what? Had my first
back in the
paranormal experience.
documentary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just kind of like getting thrown into things, and then Jay shows up, and like find out about him. We become buddies.
And I was just a Las Vegas DJ that saw the documentary, was intrigued by it.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, total.
Reached
luck.
out through MySpace to talk to Zach.
Really?
Yeah, I saw this documentary. And awesome. You're in Vegas. I'm in Vegas. And then we met up. And he's like, "What do you think about paranormal stuff?" I'm like, "Well, I'm kind of into it, but I don't know anything about it." And he sent me to Virginia City, and that changed my life. So.
And then it just spawned from there. You started listening to the audio, and like it's weird how we formed.
I think what's special about us too is it is us. Like, we shoot the show ourselves. We do it.
Yeah.
There's no
There's
team
no outside
behind. It's like,
influence.
oh, do this or do that
There's
or
no
do that.
partners.
Like, we
Right.
it's literally our adventure, our investigations doing
Yeah.
this. So it's raw, it's real. It has, and I think that passes on, to the viewers.
Filming it,
you can feel
our
that,
show, it's not cookie cutter because, like Jay said, when we get there, we have 3 to 5 interviews, and from those 3 to 5 interviews, like you said, something like, well, I talked to so and so that did this, and like, let's go talk to so and so. There is no layout. Like, we're gonna film all this, and this is the script. There's no script. It's just
We really go in
it's
there
an
and
adventure.
do it.
Yeah,
Right.
like, oh, we need to go to the bridge, or we need to go over here.
And when we get there, we're like, oh man, here we go. Like, jeez. And then at the end of it, we're like, whoa!
And
Look
you're
how
right,
hard.
I think that is the secret to the show, because all these other shows, and I know a lot of people who've been on shows and had their own shows, everything, especially when they don't have control of the show, like you guys do, they're kind of at the mercy of the network,
Yeah, hoping something
and it's
happens
a
out of
lot
it.
of it is scripted, it's all planned out. So
Yeah, I worked in television and film for a long time, even before I joined the show. And I remember when I first joined, I was just the sound guy. Like, the first year with the show, strictly just their sound guy. And I remember it was the first show I ever worked on, where when I finally saw the episode air, I was like, wow, like, that's what happened.
Yeah.
So many other shows,
Right.
they twist it and they do all kinds of crazy stuff. But just as a crew guy at the time, I was just like, wow, I was impressed. I was like, this is legitimately what happened and how it went down. So I was hooked from it.
And if we don't get evidence, we stay longer. And we're just like, we're here until we have something to show people. And sometimes
And if we don't get it, like that other episode that came up and we got nothing,
there was just
ended up being
nothing
the house.
happened.
We were as shocked as you were, but we're like, well, let's show
That's
it.
the
That's
episode.
what happened. Like,
And a lot
we
of
try to
people gave
debunk
us,
everything. If we
hate for
can,
that, like,
we
you
can.
didn't have a lot of evidence. Well, there was no evidence to show. Sorry. It's just the way our show is.